Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I want to share a video with you about America's Story 1 from Masterbooks. This is the history curriculum that we are using this year for our homeschool. I have 8 kids. There are 5 of them that are school aged, and so for my 4th grader, 3rd grader, 1st grader, and kindergartner, we're using America's Story together. I don't use it exactly as they say in the book, but I'm going to show you what a lesson will look like if you follow exactly what they have in the book, just so you can get an idea of how long the lessons are and what they say for you to do. So if you have not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoy this video, I would appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up. Make sure you leave any questions in the comments down below, and I would love to talk with you down there. So let's get to it. All right, this is America's Story 1. This is the textbook that has the text in it. It is a living history of our world. Whenever you purchase the book forms, you get the textbook. And then you also get the teacher's guide. I did not purchase the physical teacher's guide. I purchased the PDF. But this is the front of it, what it will look like. I printed that off. It says it's for grades 3 to 6. And this includes the student worksheets, the schedule, the answer keys, the reviews, all of that. Inside the teacher's guide, there is a schedule. I printed my schedule off. This is just part of it, it's not the entire thing. And I stapled it to the front of my textbook so I would have it every day that we work on this. I can know exactly where we're at. So today we finished this part right here. The British are coming. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Today we read from pages 125 to the narration break on page 128. So we're going to flip to page 125, open it up. So this is the beginning of our chapter. We read through this page. We read through and discussed this page. If we had questions or additions to what we were talking about, we also read this page. And then we read this top part, and then we stopped. And I asked the kids this question, tell how it would feel to live at this time in the colonies. And we discussed it and talked about it, and that was it for today. That was our history lesson. So the next time that we decide to do this, which might be tomorrow, we go back and forth between a few different things. The next time that we do this, we will read pages 128 to 134. So I will show you that. Okay, so the next time we will read through this part here, and then we'll read this whole page. We read this whole page. And then we stop and we talk about what you thought of the ride with Mr. Revere, narration break. I ask them what they remember. And then we go through and we'll read these, the midnight rides, and talk about the map. And then they have all of these nice pretty pictures in here that we read through, look at the pictures, read through these and discuss them. And then we read this last part and discuss it also. And then we will sometimes just do it. This is just an overview that we would read through. So that is what you do on the second day for your reading of your history lesson. And then we'll go back to the schedule. On the third day of your history lesson, you would do the activity pages 125 to 128. So the activity pages are found in this teacher's guide. And I have printed mine off online. This is the first one, page 127. They do a drawing here. They write something they learned about Paul Revere. Pretend you're alive in 1775. You hear debates from both sides. What side are you on and why? Sometimes we do these questions orally, and other times I have the boys write their answers. And then we do page 128, which is this one. More questions. Copy work. They would do the copy work here. Word collector. There's a special word for each chapter, and the kids go through and find the word. I usually read it out loud to them whenever I'm reading through here. And the way you know what the special word is right here. It's in this little bluish gray bracket. They write down the word. We discuss the meaning of it. Sometimes they write more words. And we talk about what they mean. So after, that's on the third day. On the fourth day, we will work on activity pages 129 to 130. So that's these next pages. They always have a map on one of these pages, so they do some map work. And then on the back side of this one, there is a crossword puzzle where they have to find out the answers, fill out the crossword puzzle. So that's for day number 4. That's what they would do. On day number 5, they do the timeline. So that would be this page here is the timeline page. Pretend you are Paul Revere in the morning after the ride. You've just witnessed the battle and have heard about the Battle of Concord. Write a report. So sometimes my boys will do this. There's a picture they can color. And then they will cut out. This is some of the timeline pieces. They come from the back of the teacher's guide. And you can cut these out, and then you would glue them or tape them onto your timeline. So Masterbooks just came out with a really nice set of timeline pieces for each America's story. The first one is out to purchase, but the other 2 are not yet. So you could have that as an option, but right now I've just got the ones out of the back of the book. So we would cut this out, and then we would tape it onto our timeline if we had a timeline. So that is a 5-day schedule, what they have planned in the teacher's guide for America's Story. I do not follow that schedule. We do a 4-day schedule because we don't normally do the timeline. We had it for a while, and I just don't have anywhere to keep it on my wall, so we haven't been doing it. But we'll do the first reading the first day, discuss it. If there's any extra books that the kids want to read, we would read those. And then the second reading the second day. And then we work on the worksheets, the one worksheet the first day, second worksheet the second day, and then we're done with that chapter. So I really appreciate the shorter lessons, but they leave open a lot of discussion that we can talk about and figure out answers to questions the kids might have or whatever. And then I appreciate the worksheets also because sometimes I understand the concept of narration, and I appreciate the concept of narration, but it's really easy to think or feel like your kids are not learning anything, at least for me, just from having them narrate. And so I like having the worksheets that they can answer questions. We can read through the questions, they can orally answer them, or I can have them work on their writing skills and write the answers out. And then they all like doing the drawings, and the map work is great too. So that is what a lesson in America's Story 1 looks like. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. And thanks for watching today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.